Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to my online class, my dear pupils and viewers. Hope you are well by the grace of the Almighty Allah. I am also well by the grace of Allah. My dear students and viewers, today I will discuss on the comparison between indefinite and definite articles. I mean, which is the definite thing or which is the indefinite thing when we use articles. My dear students, we usually use articles easily, but we don't know which is the definite thing when we use article the article or the article the, and when we use an article. The definition of the definite thing is when the speaker or writer is sure that the listener or reader is able to identify or anything easily or know anything well, anything well. That is the definite thing. So look at the word, please. After first reference, when we get anything which is unknown to the reader or listener, then the writer or speaker introduce the thing with a article or an article or with any other determiner, using any other determiner. After introducing for the first time, without one meaning one, we use the article, because then after introducing the listener or reader know well or identify the thing well, so it is the definite. For example, I had a sandwich and an apple for lunch. The writer or speaker know, the listener or reader don't know or doesn't know which items he had in his lunch. So the writer or speaker introduced the sandwich and apple by using a article and an article. A sandwich, and by using an article and apple. Now the writer or speaker is sure that then after the introducing, the listener or reader will detect or identify or know the thing well. The writer or the speaker make definite the things by using the article. The sandwich was not very good, but the apple was nice. But in fictional writing, imaginary writing, novels, short stories, to make suspense or expectation, any writer or novelist or short story writer, fictional writer uses at first, without any reference or any introduction, they use the article to make suspense or expectation, to create a suspense or expectation in the minds of the reader. For example, the women opened the gate and looked thoughtfully at the house. Uh, Most probably the reader don't know or don't know the women, the gate, or the house specifically, but to create the writer to create suspense or expectations in the minds of the readers, has used the before the women, the before the gate, the before the house. When when we think or write and the writer or any speaker think about a specific man, thing, or any other animal specifically, then they use the article. For example, they sat down on a chair. Most probably there are many chairs. Jahi sat on a chair, on a specific chair, and here the writer or speaker is sure that the listener or reader uh, don't know or is not able to identify or don't know the chair specifically. So he the writer or speaker use a article before the chair. Jahi sat down on the chair nearest the door. Here the writer and speaker sure the listener or the reader is able to identify the chair specifically or to identify the door specifically, a specific chair, a specific door of the room. So the writer or the speaker used the article before the chair and the article before the door. Mina is looking for a job. The job can be any other work or any other profession, any other job. So the writer is or speaker is sure that the listener or the reader don't know specifically which job Mina is looking for. So the writer or speaker has used a article before job. But did Mina get the job she applied for? Here, the writer or speaker is sure that the listener or the reader know well about the job specifically or identify the listener or the reader is able to identify the job. So the writer or the speaker make definite the job by using the article the job. Have you brought a car? There are many cards. Most probably there are many cards, and the um, writer, or the speaker is sure that the listener or the reader are not is not able to identify the car specifically, or don't know the car. So the writer or the speaker has used a article before the noun car to make it indefinite. I cleaned the car yesterday. Here, the writer or speaker is sure that the listener or the reader know well the car or whose car is this, or the or to identify, or the speaker or the reader is able to identify the car accurately, specifically. So the writer or the speaker use the article before the car to make it definite. Identify thing. When the writer or speaker is sure according to the situation or any condition, the listener or the reader can identify the thing, person, or anything, they make definite. The writer or the speaker make definite the noun by using the article. Please look at the example. In a room, we can easily identify the light, the floor, the ceiling, the door, the carpet, according to the context. Example, can you turn off the light, please? The light in this room. The speaker or writer is sure that the listener or the reader can easily identify or the light of this room, because most probably there is only one light in that room. I took a taxi to the station. Um, the writer or speaker is sure the listener or the reader is not able to identify or to know the taxi definitely. So the writer or the speaker use a article before the noun taxi to make it indefinite. But the writer or the speaker is sure that the listener or the reader is able to identify the station of this town. Most probably there is only one station. It is definite station. So, and the writer or the speaker make the noun station definite by using the article. The article. In a shop, I would like to speak to the manager. Please, here the writer or speaker is sure the listener or the reader can easily identify or know the manager specifically. So, the writer or the speaker use the article before the noun manager, the article. I have to go to the bank. Then I am going to the post office. The writer and speaker is sure that the listener or the reader know well the post office and bank, which the writer or speaker usually use or go. Mina isn't very well. She has gone to the doctor or dentist. In the here, the writer and speaker is sure that the listener or the reader know well the doctor or the dentist, or is able to identify the doctor or dentist to whom Mina goes to regularly to take treatment. My dear pupils and friends, no more today. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, Amin Khan's Method, to learn English easily for any competitive job appointment, job exams, or any university admission for any university. Please subscribe my channel. No more today. Fi Amanillah.